and I think we've sorted it out, but just do let me know. It's a bit windy at the moment, so you might hear a bit of the wind action. Is it working now? Alright, so J Munger saying it's on now. Okay, that's lovely. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, it seems as if the road or the microphone is definitely not playing ball with us. Sorry, that's the wind basically. The setup was a pain. Jeez, the wind is crazy. Raining again. Oh my god, what's this? The weather is a pain. Oh, it's gone now. It's light. Don't know what's happening. Alright, anyway, very good afternoon to you. Coming from London Heathrow LHR, where the wind is crazy at the moment. I might be a bit delayed, or might not even respond to the chat messages, just mainly due to the wind, which is literally being a bit of a pain at the moment. Currently gusting very hard, especially when the engines are spooling up and when the aircraft is on departure. So obviously, as we wait for this 777's departure, I will read you some of the messages. So Paul Pixel, good afternoon to you, thanks for joining. Tim saying very good afternoon everyone, how are we all today? Doing very well, thank you Tim. And how are you doing? Christopher MSA, good afternoon. And Jay Munger, also good afternoon, as well as Uncle Car Guy. Let's see, Paul Newell, thanks for joining us. I think the audio's fixed now. It's sort of almost as if he's crabbing as he lifts off, but yes, anyway, so no runway switches as of now. We've got one at 3 o'clock, hopefully. That all depends on obviously the vortices and all of that stuff, but at 3 o'clock we should be having this as the arriving runway, and that is 27 right, which we've got views of. But as of now we've got some departures, some very windy departures, especially for these small jets. I mean, upon setup, the tripod was going crazy. We've had to attach a few sandbags just to hold ourselves on. So yeah, I'm sure you guys can tell how windy it is, especially with the sound on the microphone. It's a bit calmer now, but then it's gonna go off again like now. But KTD, good afternoon to you. AW, good afternoon as well. Thanks for joining us. Abraham Parks, welcome along. And Tim saying, I hope the Sandman got a second kicking, Aviation Hunters. I think it's on my end. I think I didn't connect the microphone properly, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, should be having a runway switch at 3 o'clock, as far as I know. But it all depends on the wind. It would be nice to have some really nice close-up arrival shots. Speaking of, there's an A380 somewhere above. There it is. That's on 27 left. Looks like an Emirates jet. But yeah, not 100% sure if we will be having 27 right as the arriving runway. If not, we'll still make do with the windy departures. We'll watch this one. We'll see how windy it gets. And while the Emirates has gone around, there is the A380. Well, supposed to arrive from Dubai, but doesn't seem like it anymore. He's gone around, so yeah, we should be seeing him in about the next 20 to 30 minutes. Look at that mighty shot. He's giving us a nice fly past. Anyway, got Emirates departing, but not yet. It's the Air India 787 Dreamliner up next. And Michael Singh, good afternoon to you, saying the Etihad A380 has been pushed back to July the 25th, so 10 days time. I was actually looking at the schedule for the past 2 days. I was like, where is the Etihad jet? But no, it wasn't scheduled, which is a bit unfortunate. We would have probably captured it on the stream, but no, generally it's still nice to be here. And I think 25th is that a Saturday or is it a Monday? I'm not too sure. Either way, we may try and capture that. Madeira Aviation Spotting, good afternoon to you. Kevin Bowden, good afternoon as well. Thanks for the kind words. Bit of a struggle at the start with the audio, but I think it's all right now. We might be experiencing some wind noises, but perfectly normal for the 45-mile-per-hour gusts. Excited for the A380's departure. The wind from that 787 is wild. Right, there's the Air Canada 777 up next for a departure. Tail looked awful close to the runway. Oh, I do apologise if the tripod movement is not as good as I would have hoped, but that is all due to the wind that we're experiencing at the moment. The reflections on the sun is crazy. But very warm welcome, or very warm welcome to everyone joining us here at London Heathrow live. I'll be giving a brief weather update right after this A380's departure, hopefully, if another jet doesn't come and quickly depart at the same time. But yeah, weather update after this one. You can really see how windy it is. I mean, that A380, although it's such a large aircraft, it was sort of tilted to the left throughout the whole climb out of the airport. Alright, quick weather update. Let's see. Alright, so current wind is at 220 degrees at 23 knots. Got clouds broken at 4,000 feet with visibility of 10 kilometers or more. Current temperatures are 21 degrees with humidity being 49%. Say previously it was at 32 knots the wind, but it is set to increase. It's set to be at its optimal temperature. Well, not temperature, but wind at 3 o'clock, which is pretty much now. Anyway, here's the American Airlines Boeing 777. Really, as if they don't want to lift. I mean, the tails are getting really close to the runway. Here's a 787 wasting absolutely no time. That's British Airways operating it. Well, the 787's nailed it. We've got a 767 up next. That's United Airlines. Really windy at the moment. Oh, the 767's departing now. can see how hard that 767's engines are being pushed. Wow, that didn't want to climb at all. Anyway, let's see how the BA 777 does. Wow, struggling quite a bit they are to get the aircraft in the air. The conditions are definitely not the best today. Anyway, the A320neo, I believe that is. Anyway, Cammy Hudson, good afternoon to you. David Bone, good afternoon to you, saying, loving the stream, picture really good and smooth streaming. Thank you so much. I don't think it's too smooth at the moment. I don't think I'm doing a very good job, but it is very, very windy and hard to control. Pardon? Yeah, Aviation Hunters. Anyway, and Bobby, good afternoon to you. Brian Morrison, good afternoon as well, saying beautiful stream today, kick that left rudder. Oh no, it's the A321neo. Yeah, so BA and their A321neo. Nice and quick climb out of London Heathrow for the A321neo. Didn't seem as if he was struggling one bit compared to all the larger jets. See another Neo jet. This one also a British Airways. And 3 o'clock, and not too sure if the runway switch is going to be happening, because you've got way too many departing jets at the moment. Seems as if more are coming this way as well. And well, never mind, it's not the Neo jet taking off first, it's going to be this one. It's the A321ceo, also operated by British Airways. As you can see, very popular airline, main HQ being at London Heathrow. And you can see there, nose lights on. Really good stuff. I want to see how an A319 is going to perform here. Anyway, another A321neo for departure. And just behind you can see there the WestJet 787, which we'll be seeing up next, I believe. And second A380 go around. Or is that the same one? Just not having it today. I think that might be the same A380. Well, there it goes. Not too sure what's going to happen with that A380 if it's its second go around. And well, Bobby was saying, are we going to have any go arounds? And well, as you can see there, definitely. And Jamie Smith, good afternoon to you. Cool Plane Kid A380, good afternoon as well. And Home Get saying 2 go arounds for that A380. And Blade 929, good afternoon. And Andy saying, ever get the feeling you're covering the wrong runway? Well, we had hoped that they would use 27 right, but it's a bit of a bit of an unusual moment for us, I guess. I mean, you can never really tell with the air traffic controllers. We did have the hope that they would use 27 right, but no, it seems as if 27 left will be the arriving runway, but there is genuinely no spot to see the arriving jets, apart from one which is, well, pretty much limited access to certain people. Paul Martin, good afternoon to you, thanks for joining. And the WestJet 7879 Dreamliner. Well, Tim, you'll like this one. The one at One World Boeing 777 will be about 6th in line for departure. But first up, it's going to be this Qantas 7879 Dreamliner. Wasn't expecting to see this one today. I believe this is the one that had been delayed for quite a while in the morning. And it arrived, I think it was 11 o'clock instead of 5 AM. Very nice departure there. Anyway, up next, it's going to be this American Airlines Boeing 777, also with the One World sticker. So, Tim, you're having an amazing time here. 2 One World jets for you. next up is going to be a cargo op. Here's the DHL aircraft. Not one we see very often, but it does arrive here at London Heathrow quite a bit. Anyway, Ian Hannah, good afternoon to you. Creamskull Boy, good afternoon as well. Cammy Hudson saying Myrtle Avenue is a good spot to see the arriving aircraft. Well, it is, but you can't really quite see the actual touchdowns, which is what we, really do want to see. Just about a quarter of the runway used for that departure, so either he's empty or he's very eager to get out of London. Anyway, here's BA and their 777. After that we should have a KLM jet and then a BA A321 and an A320, I think that is, or an A319, I can't quite see. But anyway, the 777. Absolutely nailing that was that 777. Anyway, KLM up next. It's quite a small jet, so I would assume it would struggle quite a bit. Anyway, warm welcome to all of the viewers watching us right now. Taking his time there, he clearly doesn't want to get out of London. And yeah, anyone could go to the Renaissance Hotel. Well, we'll see this BA 380 depart very, very soon. He's making his way over to runway 27 right for the departure. And yeah, runways are going to be staying the same. We won't have a runway change. So we'll be on departures watch with a couple of arrivals in the distance. With this one right there, that's Vietnam Airlines. And their 787-9 Dreamliner. A321. really nice stuff there. Yeah, that's what was that? That looks to be an A319 to me, but I can't quite see. It is a bit far from us at the moment. We'll have to see when it gets a bit closer. And call me Sam. Good afternoon to you. And no, it's the A320, I think. Never mind, I was right. Originally, it was the A319. Is this aircraft? I think that's the Swiss A320 Neo. But anyway, the 787 up next for departure. You can see there, just after they've lifted off, sort of veered to the left slightly. Anyway, the One World British Airways Boeing 777. It's a 200. Stuff there. Anyway, the British Airways A380 seems to be second or third in line. Depends on if the A321 is going to be jumping the queue. But anyway, the Virgin Atlantic 787, which is next up. I believe this one's a 787 Line Dreamliner. 27 right departure. You can see very wobbly for that aircraft. Wow, that was pretty hectic. See, he was wobbling quite a bit on the climb out. And yeah, so if you guys are talking about the delay, we have got a bit of a delay at the moment. That is also for the internet and also for safety regulations that are set by the aviation sort of the top guys there. So obviously we've got to be a bit delayed, just for security reasons at the airport. But Andy's saying I think my parcel was on that DHL aircraft. And Gurk Noble, good afternoon to you, saying good live stream with top camera work, greetings from Germany. Well, that's great to have you, and very, very happy that you're enjoying the stream today. It is, yeah, the wind is very, very crazy, John. But yeah, welcome along. Cookie Monster, good afternoon to you, or good morning. And Little Sarko, good day to you. And Golf Echo Uniform Kilo, or GEUUK, for that BA A320 CEO and its departure. Here's the BA A380. It's currently lining up on 27 right for a departure, so gonna have to hold on to this one, because the blast from this, as well as the gusts, are gonna be insane. Anyway, let's see the departure and let's see if he will struggle any bit. There he is, full throttle. Well, shockingly, you would have thought that that would be a big blast, or it would have felt like one, but no, actually, the 777's engines that are roaring out of London Heathrow feel much more windier than that of the A380, which is shocking in my eyes. But anyway, you've got a bit of a runway inspection going on here, but I'll just showcast all of the aircraft that are waiting for departure. So, you've got this one here, the BA A320, I believe that is. You've got the Swiss A320neo. Then you've got British Airways jet with the Delta A330-900 or the A330neo right behind. Once again, another BA regular here at London Heathrow. And then these the Lufthansa A320neo with another neo jet right there, making its way over to the runway. That's a BA A320neo. And then we'll have this United 787 also make its way over to us. And well, the traffic is getting busy. There's an Etihad 787-10 Dreamliner. So the Swiss jet lining up on the runway now. Anyway, shred ahead. Good afternoon to you. Declan Dolan, good afternoon as well. Saying, did the Emirates 380 Toga twice? Indeed it did, and I believe it's diverted elsewhere. Very, very warm welcome to our new viewers just joining us. And yeah, very, very windy at the moment. Daniel Burns, good afternoon to you. And Regan Farmer, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Aidan Kelly, welcome along. Mr. Quicko Gaming, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Barry Linder, good afternoon to you, saying good day from Holland. A lot of wind there indeed. It feels almost as if there's a rocket ship, honestly. It's way too windy. And Mark Lewis, welcome from Stoke-on-Trent. How's the weather there? Is it as bad as it is here? Barely holding on. Alright, the Swiss jet holding along. No, they won't be today.
Oh, they're not cheating?
No, not today. It's going to be 2-7 left for the whole day for arrivals. They should have, but due to vortexes and wind, it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Swiss A320 up next. Pardon?
How do you get the now?
I really just know based on wind, really. When it's too windy, they won't. Anyway, the Swiss A320 Neo, sorry about that. I must say, although we're not seeing many of the slap downs as usual, it is nice to change the content up with some departures this time. I mean, the wobble whilst the aircraft lift off is crazy. It is really interesting. I believe the Delta A330-900, which you can just about see, will be the next departure after this one, which I believe is the A320 CEO, operated by British Airways. We'll see the reg afterwards. Golf Mike Echo Delta Kilo, I think, was the reg on board that aircraft. Anyway, the A330-900 up next. And those loud engines are not going to be nice for me. Of ground crew vehicles just monitoring obviously the runways and everything going on at the airport. Is very, very windy. The breeze here. That was a very, very nice departure. Anyway, the Lufthansa A320 Neo, which is either heading out to Frankfurt or Munich. I can't quite check at the moment. nevertheless, I can't really read the live chat at the moment as well. It's too risky with the wind up here. It's yeah, not the safest day to go streaming, I must say. Definitely make for some action though. Really, really nice. But yeah, anyway, very, very warm welcome to everyone watching. If you're enjoying, make sure to like and subscribe. It does support the channel a lot, and pushes out the recommendation of our channel to other viewers who would like to see aviation content, of course. But yeah, obviously nice and easy to do with the two buttons. This Lufthansa jet is clearly not going anywhere anytime soon. He's just taking his time. And no, it's not really usual for the wind to be this bad. Obviously, we are in the UK, so we do expect some wind, but definitely not like this. Delta Alpha India November Victor was the reg on board that jet. That is DAINV for the Lufthansa A320neo. So we've got quite a few heavies up next for departure. Quite a few small ones as well. I think they might jump the queue a bit, but we'll wait and see. And you can see they're really, really windy departures, but the pilots are doing a fantastic job at controlling the aircraft, especially the heavies. I mean, let's see how this Etihad 787-10 Dreamliner performs on departure. Two 7 right for the departing traffic. He's easing into it. There it is, full throttle. Going to be an interesting one. We've got a turboprop up next. I think that's the ATR 42. Not a very nice day to be flying one of these. I mean, such a light aircraft. The wind is almost, you know, capable of throwing it around in the sky. It's going to be an interesting one. I think should have sent the E145s here at London Heathrow today, but we'll see how this one performs. I wouldn't imagine using too much of the runway. I mean, such a light aircraft, it only requires just a quarter really, especially with this kind of wind. It's almost as if he's debating it now. He just doesn't want to go. Casper, what's it called? Casper Jordan. Good afternoon to you. Schneeveck saying, oh, it's off to Munich. Yeah, it's those for the Lufthansa jet. You know, Kevin Laywood saying, only just started watching today. Are they not swapping runways? Sorry if I've missed it being said. No, they're not. Not today, just due to the heavy winds. But yeah, I do apologise if I'm a bit delayed with the messages. As I said, you know, really hard to control everything and also keep myself afloat with these winds. Really nice and smooth, although we've had that little bit of a wobble. Generally he's managed that really well with such a light aircraft, so very good job to the pilots on board that jet. The BA A320neo jump in the queue. I think I see an A220, there it is, the A220 300 for Air France. The A320neo. Did anyone else quite capture that technique? He was almost going up and down constantly. I don't know what that was. Never seen that before. So if that's a technique that I don't know about, just let me know. Love to hear about it, actually. Was almost an instant departure. Really cool that was. Wow, that was nice and fast. He's done a great job there. It seems as if there's an A380 arriving, so we'll try and capture that right after this departure. The American Airlines Boeing 777. This one being the 300. Oh, well, that looked awful steep. Was that climb out of London weather? Arriving from Singapore, of course. Well, he's done a very great job with that landing. The Emirates A380 went around twice and then diverted, and that Singapore Airlines just pretty much showed who's boss. Straight away, nailed it. Obviously a bit wobbly, but do say that quite often today with the wind being very, very heavy. Paul Denemo, good afternoon to you. Craig, welcome along. Nat, also welcome along. TechWith Tycoon, very, very warm welcome. A very epic plane boy saying hello, I just found this channel and I subscribed, keep up the good work, and hello from Morocco. Thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Big, big, big thank you. Mark Lewis saying, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't find me on that ATR today. I wouldn't surprise the attendance for that ATR would be as high as they would have hoped, especially with these weather conditions. I think I would have passed on a trip with that jet, especially with today. And Mark Lewis saying, do you travel to get down to London Heathrow? Yes, we do. 3-hour car drive from Cardiff. Air France and Air A220-300 heading over to Paris. Wow, is the wind getting worse? I mean, we've come pretty much when the wind is at its peak in terms of how windy it's going to be all day. At least that's what BBC Weather has said, and I can tell you that the wind is definitely hammering me around. Wow, anyway, the A320. It's the CEO operated by British Airways. And I wouldn't imagine all the people who are scared of flying would have liked to depart on this day at Heathrow. Wow, it's crazy. Welcome along, new viewers. Let's see, Jason Mullins, thank you so much for becoming a premium economy member. And Lukman, good afternoon to you over in Malaysia. Leandro, welcome along. Karsten, welcome from Germany. I think that's, is it Guten Tag? Good afternoon, as we learned from the last stream. Josegi Jambo from Kenya. Andreas Krugel, thanks for joining us. How are you doing? Rafaela, welcome along, saying Sarah, welcome along from the Philippines. As the old livery for Aer Lingus and their A320. Actually, last stream you saw one touch and go, which was insane. Really, really nice to see. Anyway, another departure, this one being another British Airways aircraft. So you've got about a train of 7 aircraft for arrival, and you've got this one with the split tips up first. Then there's a 777 after, with a United 767 also next in line. But anyway, there's a Kuwait Airways Boeing 777 on arrival into London Heathrow, 27 left. Welcome along, saying first time watching from South Cheshire. And Timothy, glad to hear that you're enjoying the feed from West Virginia. Definitely not being too nice to us today. There's the 777. This one's going to be a nice one. And yeah, they'll be keeping up with the departures for this runway, Kevin. Wow, really, really nice one from the 777. I mean, the bigger aircrafts are nailing the departures. You can just see them moving to the left and right and climbing awkwardly. It is really, really nice to see today. Here's a 787, obviously operated by British Airways, as you can see. Got Virgin Atlantic A350 making its way over for departure, as well as the Swiss A220-300. Currently about 6 aircrafts waiting for departure. 787 A320, actually 2 A320s, 1 A320neo and a 767, not including this aircraft on the runway now. Well, I hope the rain doesn't start falling now, because it'd be a nightmare for us. Well, whilst he's waiting there, we'll focus on the Virgin Atlantic A350. This here, the 1000 variant, which, if my calculations are correct, about 7th in line for, oh no, 8th now is another aircraft making its way over to the same runway. There it is. Is the Scandinavian A320neo lining up on the runway. And yeah, I'm trying to give some info on the aircraft, but obviously I can't really use my phone as much, especially in this wind. I don't want it to drop down a couple of feet down from the top of our platform. So yeah, I'm trying my best with the info. It's yeah, just a bit difficult when I can't really confirm on the radar, of course. Anyway, the BA A320 CEO, or 200. so the Virgin Atlantic A350 moving up a field. And then the Eurowings, I think that's the A319, will be heading up for departure as well. In fact, no, it might be the A320. We'll confirm as it gets a bit closer. And no, actually it does seem to be an A319. Lining up is an A320-200. As I was saying, an A320-200 that is on for departure. And 613, welcome along from Ottawa, Canada. Very warm welcome to Travel PH. Welcome along. Finally moving now is this A320-200. Golf Mike India Delta X-Ray, the reg on board that aircraft. There's GMIDX. Got a couple of grey clouds heading our way, so that's going to be interesting. Just hoping for no rain at the moment. The 787 on the runway now, operated by British Airways once again. United 767 just behind is waiting for quite a long time. I think the Swiss A320 is going to jump the queue as well. The wind simply dragging the 787 to the left. Here's a Swiss A220. See if his departure's any better. And so the Swiss A220, or just the A220, generally was originally a Bombardier jet, but however, Airbus bought the aircraft, and well, the story goes on from there. It's now an A220. And Declan Dolan saying rain heading our way. Certainly seems like it with the clouds, but none of them releasing anything just yet. And unusual aquarium ecosystems, it is getting a bit dark. So you just got a current ceiling that is very, very grey in terms of the clouds surrounding us right now. You see the Virgin Atlantic A350 very eager to enter the runway. I think the A220 stayed a bit longer than you would have hoped. Might be running a bit late. The Virgin Atlantic A350 up next for departure. The A350 1000 this is. What is it, grey now? Oh, it's spooling up now. Nice departure there, and you can see really it doesn't really matter the size of the aircraft at the moment. It seems both being dragged around by the wind equally enough. It seems as if we've got a private aircraft or a Bizjet up next. Don't see too many of them at London Heathrow, do you? Well, that's also not something I'd like to be on at this time of day. Not this time of day, but really just the weather conditions at this time of the weather at the moment as well. And yeah, when the aircraft fails to arrive twice or fails to land, it is forced to go around at a different airport. Surprised though it's gone very, very close to Glasgow. It's an interesting one. Would have thought he'd divert straight to Gatwick. Anyway, the A320 with the sharklets. So we've got the BA 787 for departure, the Air Canada Boeing 777, the Egypt Air Boeing 777, no, both 300, and a Bizjet and the 767, which has been there for quite a while. Next for departure, don't know what the 767's waiting for. Most likely clearance. He's I think having a bit of stage fright. It's interesting. It's been there for about 20 minutes now. And so that was the BA 8319's departure out of London Heathrow LHR. Let's see what the Bizjet can do. I think, yeah, I think we're going to have to call that United 767 a bit, you know, stage scared, I guess. He's really not budging. Can't imagine what it would be like with the pilot's perspective of things. Got a couple of raindrops here and there, but nothing too heavy. The cloud is mostly gone a bit. Anyway, the Bizjet just waiting at the Air Canada Boeing 777, nice and close. He's definitely eager to take off. He's had enough of this weather, put it that way. Got a Virgin Atlantic A330 Neo also making his way over to us for a departure. Anyway, here it is. And the Qatar executive, as Tim was saying. Well, about 5 seconds and he's in the sky, wasting no time really. It's really nice to see how close and fast they are when obviously lifting off from London Heathrow. Don't think I wore the right jacket for the occasion. It's a bit chilly out here. See, now it's nice and warm, the sun is out. Really don't know what the weather's going to be like. It's interesting. Tail on board a lot of these aircraft are getting really close to the runway. It's very interesting. The 787 up next, operated by British Airways. Special one here, the Lufthansa A320 Neo. Saw this during our live stream last week as well. It's back again for us. The Egypt Air Boeing 777-300 heading to Cairo. So you've got a Qatar A380 racing down to us as well. It's going to be on departure soon, heading to Doha. But first step is going to be this Virgin Atlantic A330-900 or Neo. Relatively new aircraft this is, with quite screechy brakes. I'll tell you that much. So there's the Qatar A380 that I was talking about. That will be heading to Doha. It's currently stopped now, so I think he's waiting for some of the traffic to clear by. Here's an A320, I believe, operated by British Airways. Seems as if the wind has calmed down a bit until it starts destroying us once again. And Denilson, welcome along from Sao Paulo. T, welcome as well. And yeah, guys, just please avoid talking about, you know, other channels. We really don't want to, you know, cause or stir anything up. Just obviously keep that to yourselves. And avoid obviously speaking about other channels in the live chat. Right, so whilst we wait for him, we'll focus on the aircraft that are set to depart after. Oh, he's moved now. Anyway, all right, we'll watch afterwards. A380 moving once again, just passing the Virgin Atlantic hangar now. Here's a Lufthansa special livery. It's the Lufthansa with their A320 Neo. I believe this is heading to Frankfurt, but obviously correct me if I'm wrong. Nice sunshades as well. Really, really good looking. Finally, it seems as if this United 767 has gotten over his stage fright, and he's now on the runway after about 30 minutes of waiting. Here's a 767 in its departure. Let's hear him roar out of London Heathrow. 27 right. And you can see on board the 767, it's not a very new aircraft, so you can see the black smoke as it rolls out of the airport. But anyway, it is a BA 777. It's the 200 variant. Well, it's nice and sunny now. But still very, very windy. And DW, welcome along from San Francisco. It's really, really crazy to see how much runway, especially the bigger jets are using. I mean, that 777 just, you know, took a couple of seconds and use up. And Eduardo, welcome along from Sao Paulo. It's very interesting, because where did this wind come from? I mean, it wasn't there before, and well, now we've got it, really. And someone's asking about the Concorde. I'll try and spot it if I can. It seems if you've got quite a few BA aircraft sat by there. Oh, the Tarom A318 up next, the baby bus. That's going to be there very shortly. And well, the Concorde is supposed to be somewhere. Yeah, no, the aircraft are covering our view of the Concorde today, I'm afraid. I think that's the A320neo that's up next for departure, and then it should be the A318. Tarom being the only operators of the A318 as of now at London Heathrow. BA did used to have the A318 in their fleet, but obviously that's gone now. And I was inverted, thank you so much. Glad that you're enjoying. Jane Washy Lady, welcome along. How are you doing? Aviation Emily, welcome as well. And Tim saying the baby bus with the mahoosive tail. Yeah. It's interesting for such a small aircraft. It's got such a large tail. It's interesting. Here's an A380. Seems like another Emirates. Let's see if they're going to go around or not. Well, we'll watch that in a minute. We'll watch this A320neo first. And the Qatar A380 lining up on the runway now, but as I said, focusing on the Emirates A380 for now. There's the arrival into runway 27 left. It's the previous A380 on landing did go around twice and have to divert due to the winds, but they are a bit calmer now, I must say. Still definitely evident, but it's not constantly just, you know, whopping you in the face. You can see just weaving quite a bit. Generally a nice and smooth approach though. And the Qatar A380 to Doha on its way now. He's gone. He just roared out there, wasting no time really, and that was heavy. Genuinely, all of the wind just, you know, got thrown back to me. Anyway, the Turboprop 318 up next. From it's going to be a departure from runway 27 right. And welcome along, new viewers. If I'm missing you, I do apologise. It's obviously I'm not exactly able to check the phone as much as I usually would, hence why you're not really getting a response or not getting any flight info on the jets. Obviously I know what jets they are and the airline, but nothing about the routes. There is the Turboprop 380 on the move now. Tiny aircraft here. Flexes on that, insane. You could just about see the winglets moving quite a lot on the climb out. Just a quick fact about the A318: it can actually operate at London City Airport. BA used to do a route actually with them. In case you're wondering, a nice little fact there. Obviously the A380 not too popular anymore. The BA A320 Neo for departure. Pacific. Boeing 777's pushed back, doesn't seem as if it will be heading out, so yeah, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be travelling to a different gate. There's another BA for departure. Seems like the wind is picking up once again. This A320 featuring the sharklets for better efficiency. Very heavy at the moment. The BA 787, I think that's a 9 Dreamliner as well. It's going to be a nice and heavy departure. Got the Saudi Air Boeing 777 today, as well as the Qatar Boeing 777, both 300s. That will be heading out of London Heathrow as well. They are, I think the Saudi's actually next in line. See either that or the A3, I think that's a 19. That is nearing, but no, the 787 up next for departure. The correction, I think that was 7878 Dreamliner. The Saudi Air Boeing 777, as you can see, usually they operate the 787s actually, so it is unusual to see one of their 777s today. Don't know what's happening now. I think, but never mind, you got an aircraft jump in the queue. Well, I wouldn't imagine that Saudi Air Boeing 777 would be too happy about that. It's got to deal with this wind a tad bit longer. Golf Echo Uniform Oscar Echo, the reg on board that departing aircraft. The Finnair A320 cutting the queue as well. Well, that's two aircraft now cutting the Saudi Boeing 777 off. I think he's got a bit of stage fright as well, same as the 767 before, because he just seems to be sitting there. And same goes for the Qatar behind. Airbus Finnair aircraft operating on behalf of British Airways once again today. It's something we've seen quite often here at London Heathrow, generally with British Airways. And Dogwood 67, welcome along. And Conrad Milton saying queue jumping is quite common at Heathrow. Yeah, it's I just feel for the pilots that are being jumped, of course. Having to wait there that extra bit longer must be a bit annoying, especially if you're a delayed aircraft. That there, another British Airways aircraft that was set to depart, got jumped by the Finnair, but easier now. That aircraft wobbling quite a lot more than the others. Wow, that was interesting. Seems as if he was struggling quite a bit. Anyway, another British Airways aircraft. Seems as if the two 777s from Qatar and Saudi are going to be waiting there for quite a while. It just really doesn't seem as if they're going anywhere. Well, look at what I've noticed with this Boeing 777. Quite a dirty back end of the aircraft. Seems as if it's never ever been cleaned. Look at that. Interesting. It's a 777. I think that's a 200. Yeah, it's the 777-200 making its way over to 27 left for a sorry, 27 right for a departure. We'll get a quick glimpse of this aircraft, which I didn't quite catch a livery of in the distance. Let's see, it's about to pop out. There it is. What aircraft is that? Sort of had one sort of swoosh on the back, on the tail. I don't really know what airline that is. Don't see them too often here, at least. In fact, my first time seeing one of these, especially at London Heathrow. It's interesting. The 787 9 Dreamliner for departure. And we have another DHL op right here for a departure. It seems like the Qatar is moving, and so is the Saudi jet. The Saudi Boeing 777 currently on the runway now, heading to Riyadh. The 777-300 this is, on its departure out of London Heathrow. See, after waiting quite a while, he's built up the confidence to head out. He's sort of watched a couple of jets and saw how they do it, and now it's just his time. Let's watch. The Qatar Boeing 777's turn. He was actually waiting for the Saudi jet to have departed, and now it's his turn to show us how it's done. Really good stuff. Looked much more stable than that of the Saudi's departure. On the Saudi Boeing 777, you could really sort of feel or see the wings wobble quite a bit. It was nice. It really was. Here's a DHL aircraft on the runway. Cargo operations at London Heathrow. And it seems as if we've got a rain cloud over us. A bit of rain now here at London Heathrow, but it definitely isn't that bad. Oh, and now it's picking up. Here's a 777 up next. British Airways. And after that, we've got a couple of smaller aircraft, an A330neo, and then a Delta A330, which is looking just as dirty as it was last stream. just see that 777 really dirty. It's yeah, definitely seen better days. Okay, so you got BA A380 on its way now as well. And okay, Bob Knowles gyroscope saying, Aviation Hunters, is it just Heathrow you plane spot in, or do you go to other airports around London? Well, lately we've been doing a lot of London Heathrow action, as that's what our viewers have been wanting to see. But you know, we are looking to going to a various amount of airports. I mean, we've been to London City, we've been to Gatwick, but that was for a video, never for a live stream. We've been to pretty much everywhere. It's yeah, we'll obviously resume doing those airports as well. It's just lately London Heathrow has been doing really well, and so yeah, for the time being we'll be doing London Heathrow, but we do look at doing obviously airports like Luton, like City again, and Bristol of course, because we are based in Cardiff, so yeah, it's quite a long drive down to London. But no, we are opting to go live as often as possible, 2 to 3 times a week, as I've said in previous live streams, at various amounts of airports. I mean, Saturday is usually our day here at London Heathrow, and that's always how it's going to be. And most likely the midweek shows will be, you know, at separate airports, or perhaps London Heathrow again. It really all depends on traffic. I mean, Heathrow provides the most amount of jets arriving and departing, so you know, it's traffic-wise the best option. Anyway, the BA A380 is what we're going to focus on now, since this aircraft is not going anywhere just yet. There it is. And earlier we saw the BA A380 miss an S from British due to a replacement of some sort of part. But look at that, the mighty A380. Be a nice departure. Very windy for though. I mean, the thrust from that is yeah, insane. You can see the windsock going crazy at the moment. See, the wind is sort of blowing, but then it stops and then it just roars again, and it's a bit hectic out here, put it that way. So anyway, we'll look at the next aircraft. So we've got the Finnair A320 CEO, the Virgin Atlantic A330neo, the pretty yellow Delta A330-300, what seems to be an A319, the 777, and an A380, who is taking a very different route. He's going a long way around, but anyway, our focus is on the A320. Nice departure there. Let's see, the United 767, which is, well, now being blocked by the 787. That, I believe, is the 9, it could be a 10 Dreamliner actually. It looks very long. I think that's the 787-10 Dreamliner actually. Arriving there is the Level Airways A330. You don't see them too often. So we had that like plain white Airbus jet, now we've got a level aircraft. Here's a Finnair A320 on behalf of British Airways. interesting. I really would like to know who's operating on behalf of Level, or for, or no, who's using the Level jets for themselves. I wouldn't. Ooh, could be the British Airways airline. I'm not too sure. It's, yeah, who is operating the Level jets? That's something I'd like to know. Alright, so Gadget, welcome along, saying it's pouring down in Cardiff. Oh, well, we've got to drive down there, so positive comments about Cardiff, go on. And Tim saying that Level A330 is operating on behalf of Iberia. Thanks for that, Tim. Interesting. There was the BA A319. Well, I'm gonna show the clouds because they do not look quite nice. Look at that. If they are rain clouds, then it's not gonna be good news for us. But yeah, so Tim, is that's most likely going to be operating instead of the A350s? No. Shortage of A350s perhaps for Iberia. That'd be interesting. Anyway, the Delta A330 300 for departure. Focus on the United 767 whilst we wait for the next bits of action. I think that nice, pretty much head on. And while I would use flight radar, it's just a bit dodgy to get my phone out with this weather. I mean, the tripod went flying earlier, so yeah, it's very, very windy to the point where the phone really wouldn't hold. I mean, I myself getting battered out here with the winds. It's insane. The Virgin Atlantic A330 900 this is. BA A380 up next. Alright guys, so I'm afraid I think we might have to end the live stream off there because the clouds are not looking too promising, and we have got no rain covers on the gear at the moment, and obviously electronics and water really don't go together, and so yeah, I think we'll probably leave it off there. I would have hoped to be, you know, here longer for our usual Saturday show, so I do apologise for ending the action here. We did think we would have arrivals, but unfortunately, due to the wind and obviously the surroundings of London Heathrow Airport, we've been on departures much, but generally it was, you know, amazing to have all of the viewers join us. Thanks for all the people who liked and subscribed to the channel. The support really means a lot to us. Obviously, really sorry, it does look really unprofessional us ending off right here on such short notice. It's just, you know, the rain and weather here at London Heathrow can look really unpredictable, so obviously we don't really want to risk any of the camera equipment, so we'll probably leave it off there and make up for it with an additional live stream sometime during the week, hopefully Friday. If not, we'll be back on Saturday and the week after that. But yeah, we'll yeah, as I was saying, we'll leave it off there. I do apologise if I've missed people in the live chat. It's been really hard to check my phone, check flight radar. I know the tripod movements haven't been great today. It's, you know, the wind is being a bit of a hassle for us, so yes, we'll end it off there. We'll do better next stream, and we'll see you all over there. So watch out for the community post, and of course, have a great rest of your day. See you all.